Man City, Inter Milan review. How did you see that game?
You know, we actually talked about that game on that before the game. I mean, the preview of this particular fixture, and we said it's going to be a very tight one.
Yes.
And I know that you also mentioned that the Inter Milan were going to come for a revenge.
A revenge, yeah.
And I think they got that revenge. Because for a team like Inter Milan to come to Etihad to collect a draw, a goalless one for that matter, without even conceding, I think it's a very good one for the Italian side. So I believe that the revenge was actually more than 70% fulfilled.
Yeah, I feel, well, the game was tough.
Yeah,
the game was really tough.
Yes.
I know Martinez was not there.
Yes.
Martinez didn't feature in that game.
Yes.
So you can imagine, assuming Martinez was in that game,
and maybe they would have even won.
How that game would have been.
And but you know that Man City created a lot of chances. You know,
yeah,
even the
they had a lot of chances.
It was like Man City have done everything basically possible for them to score,
but unfortunately
they couldn't score. But there was a bad news that day. You know, I think at halftime this guy was hooked off. Kevin De Bruyne, he was injured and it's a possible doubt for their next possible game.
Okay.
So, but that's that. The truth of the matter is that Inter Milan came, they saw and they collected that point at Etihad, which is a very good one for them.
Really, and a very good one, a very, very good one, because I wasn't surprised because I told you that
you mentioned it.
It's going to be a tough game.
Yes, so that's how we thought. But I know we also said that there wouldn't be many goals in that match. And obviously, there was even no goal.
There was no goal. So looking at
the Monaco game,
Monaco against Barcelona.
I think that game was a very tight one. But you know, I think about the 10 to 11 minutes when that red card came, that was what actually defined that game.
Yes.
But I give credit to the Barcelona people because, I mean, to collect red card at the 10th and 11th minute and just lose by and how to even equalize
2-1
and how to equalize the 1-1 at halftime.
Meaning that if you didn't get that red card, so that match would have been something else.
And more about the red card, the keeper was very callous. Giving that pass to a player already marked at that particular point in time. That was the callous move of the Barcelona team.
So then, how can you see Rafinha when Rafinha lost that opportunity to
take the lead? I don't know.
First place.
It's unlike him.
I don't understand what was happening there because he was too slow. Why were you taking? You took him over like 3 seconds to even think of what to do before the defender came and took the ball away from him.
I think at that point in time, like Rafinha has been up and running this season, but at that point in time, I think he was a little bit confused because when we're watching that game, you and I watched the game together. You saw that he was taking that time. He was trying to decide on what to do. He didn't decide on time, so he took the defender that ran from way back, almost from the center field to come and collect the ball for him. So I think he has to. If he has scored that goal, that would have defined that game from another point of view. I think so. But I mean, I just believe that going forward, the coach must have, because I think after the game, the coach spoke to them. I believe he must have told them 1 or 2 things that will make them up their game in the very next game. But for now, they are down at the table of the new Champions League formats.
And you know, the match of the day was Atlanta against Arsenal.
Yes.
And that match ended 0-0.
Yes.
And you know, I can remember when you were boasting that we are gunners.
We're going to gun them down.
We're going to gun them down. And I told you that it's not going to be as easy as you might say it.
Yes.
And in that game, you had almost your complete team. It's just Odegaard that was not there. And you struggled. Because as far as I'm concerned, Arsenal struggled. Because these guys had a penalty that they missed.
Yes.
So you can imagine if they converted that penalty. So
would have equalized.
What makes you feel that you would have equalized Sanchez?
Would have equalized.
Then why didn't you score?
You know that day I told
you. They give you red card.
You know that day I told you 2 things.
Okay.
I mentioned that we're not going to lose that game, of course, and you said it's going to be, and I said it's going to be a victorious one.
Okay.
And I told you that clean sheets. We are. I don't know, the defense. That's one thing that is renowned about Arsenal now. Like, if you ask me, I would say we have the best defense in the world, the whole of the top 5 best leagues in the world, because we hardly concede. And the stats from from 2023 or 2024 date shows that we barely concede away games. We have the best away record in all divisions. And you see that day, even though we didn't win the match, we had a clean sheet. And credit to Raya. Raya has been on top notch. He has been making saves. Even in the EPL, he won the best save of the month of August.
Yeah.
And for him to come and have saved that penalty, he had a double save. The guy kicked the ball, he saved it. The guy headed the ball, he saved it again. So that was much more credit to. I believe, and I agree with you on one thing. The Arsenal team were very, very poor going forward that day because that Odegaard factor was actually lacking. Thomas Partey was below par. There was no creativity in terms of front of the goal and the chances we created. And the Martinelli factor, Martinelli is outwashed, he's derailed. So I believe that Atta should watch this video and give us Trossard.
So that means
give us Trossard.
So that
Martinelli
means,
had a chance at the 80 something minutes.
So that means
to kill that game. And
so that means Martinelli now is another Rashford you have in
yes, he's Arsenal's Rashford. He's Arsenal's Rashford. And I think that something should be done about that by Arteta.
Okay, well, thank you very much. Please like, follow, and comment. Thank you very much.